All right. Well, we're going to get started and we're making this recording. I want to give you guys a little bit of a backstory. So, Mary here blows all of our minds because she joined Mary Kay 15 years ago in August. I want you to hear this. She joined in August 15 years ago, and this will be her 15th year in the National Court of Sales. So, what that means is that when she joined in August as a brand new consultant, she was in the National Court of Sales that year, that following seminar year. So, now we had a full seminar and then every single year since. And she's not just in the Court of Sales, she's finishing like months early. Like she's flying over the finish line. And so we came together as directors and we were like, tell us your secrets. Tell us, what are you doing? And so and this is what's amazing about Mary Kay, right? What's so different about Mary Kay versus other companies is that Mary now has taken, this is her second time, her second hour, that she is sharing all of her secrets, all of her best practices, all of her tips that allow her to be one of the best of the best of the best in our company. And so we're recording it, and hopefully this will bless you. So, Mary, tell us your ways.
Well, Tara, thank you for that. Okay, so if you just want to add to the backstory, just to give everybody hope. Okay, so I do say one of my goals for like my new consultants when they join my team, every morning I do have to make a first world call. Every morning I have to make a first world decision, what and how many diamond rings I'm going to wear that day. How is that?
Because you have more rings than fingers.
I have more rings than fingers. So I literally, that is an honest to God, every single morning, I have to make that decision. What and how many diamonds am I going to wear today? So I think, now you understand, I did not grow up a girly girl. I am a farm girl. I grew up, if you know FFA 4-H, I hold my American Farmer degree. So when I started Mary Kay, understand I used eye makeup remover and eyeliner on a fancy, I mean twice a year, and mascara. No, I'm giving you the whole list. That is every single product I used. I'm one of those girls that I tried so 16 years it took them to convince me to use Mary Kay. So understand, when I'm telling you, I'm giving you hope. I want to give everybody hope. When I first moved to Texas, because I work for churches, that means you get invited to all the home parties. So I was invited to the Mary Kay party. At the time, they had a single formula for TimeWise. Well, I hate to break it to you, to people, that was not a formula for those of us that were combination to oily. We were gonna tailspin, and I tailspinned, and that was enough to keep me from using multiple bottles for multiple years, because it was like, I ain't doing that again. I already have bad skin. I don't need to make it worse. So anyway, so we came in, my daughter and I came in August because she was inheriting my high oil acne skin that I had to outgrow. Literally, that's what we did to treat my acne growing up. I outgrew it. So understand, I was about 180 pound-wise in 6th and 7th grade. I went from a grade school of 13 to a grade school of 700. So I was a farm kid shipped into the city school. Does anyone hear the pain of what middle school, high school was? Okay. So in my mind, it was like, there's no way my daughter was going to do that. So we started Mary Kay because the church secretary was doing it as a part-time gig. And she was my secretary. You don't tick off your secretary. Okay. You just don't. And so it was like, sure, we'll let her try it. In the back of my mind, remember, I had broke out from it, but I was going to be nice and let her try it. And then I was going to move on to a good product. Okay. So when I say I want to give you guys hope, I am the true naysayer of Mary Kay. So we started, and that's where we started. We started, all of a sudden her skin cleared up. Then it was like, okay, well, I'll try it. We tried it. My skin started tattling on me. I love my job. So I really wasn't trying to sell in any shape or form. But my skin started telling on me, and everybody just asked me what I was doing. Tip 1, wear the product. No, I am not in any shape or form exaggerating. Wear the product. If you are not your best customer, you are not going to make Court of Sales. Okay, tip one, wear it all. Anything that is good for your skin, anything that you can figure out that might be good for your skin, wear it. Remember, that is also a walking advertisement dollar. So think about it, that is also a tax deduction. So what colors are you wearing? What are you using for your skin? All of the above. You are your best customer, because now that you've tried it, you know, hey, anybody else in love with the waterproof lip liners? I am, because I wear them. And I mean, I sell way more of these now than I do lipsticks because, well, it's what I wear. I sell way more Time Wise Repair because it's what I wear. So does my 25-year-old daughter. I'll get to that, how we sell to that in a second. Okay, so then, because I wasn't doing this, I did get involved with a lot of the, my first star. I was not a first quarter star because, well, remember that I was qualified, but I wasn't a star because I wasn't going to sell. Okay, so I wasn't a first quarter star. So putting this all in perspective, people, I wasn't a first quarter star. So by September 15th, I had not got to $1,800. Then we did a bunch of stuff with adopted grandparents, because I'm huge into that. Before Mary Kay, most everything I worked was nonprofits. So that made a lot of sense to me. So I talked to people. It's like, we want to adopt this. We want to adopt these nursing homes. I need money to buy them gifts. I'll do it at my cost, because it was, okay, I wasn't trying to make money. Okay. Anyway, so we blew Christmas away. I totally blew Christmas away because I adopted 2 nursing homes. How did I adopt 2 nursing homes? I asked everybody. Tip 2, ask everybody. What? They're only going to give you 1 or 2 answers. Yes or no. They can wrinkle. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, so then starting January is then when my national, Julia Monday Gardner, introduced to us in a training about Christmas bucks. And that's what we're going to talk about now. And we'll come back to other things. So you can start this just like a diet. You can start this in the middle of now. It's July 1, it's our new year. You can start now. You don't have to wait to January. So start now. So Christmas bucks is just basically, I love my customers. I am bribing them to never, ever, ever consider loving any other Mary Kay person but me, because I treat them like gold. Okay, it's a reward program, but I put a lot of back on them so they get to spend it. So I'm quasi-savvy business owner. So Christmas bucks simply are colored pieces of paper that say Christmas bucks. Yes, I'll give you the download. But basically, it's a colored piece of paper that says Christmas bucks, that said it's not worth cash. But if you bring this back to my holiday open houses, this little piece of paper spends like cash. Say, I created my own currency. I even put my picture on it this year. Isn't that just cute? Like, no, this is my Christmas buck. You can't. I dated. So a couple things. You want it dated, and you want to color your paper. Because would you please, some little sneaky little people, if it's white, what are they going to do? They're going to go to a copier. Just be honest. I told you I'd give out all my tips and tricks. Use color paper. Use a different.
Do you use a different color each year?
Yep. They have to spend it. That's why they're dated. They get to spend these in 2024.
So it's basically like Kohl's Cash. If you ever shop at Kohl's and then they'll give you Kohl's Cash. Okay.
Only they get to collect it the whole year. So when somebody's, and then I give them, I tell them what's going. Yes, this is a file you'll get as well. I just scale it. It's going to come to you as a Word document, so you can just scale it to your envelope. And then I feed my envelope through my printer. Okay, so, and all I do is find scrap envelopes. Okay, these aren't, like you know, sometimes you just end up with dumb envelopes left, or am I the only person that ends up with dumb envelopes left? Then I just scale it and I just print it on it. And those are the envelopes I'm using. Well, she's only probably getting one. She's not going to know that hers is a different size than somebody else's. So just for the record. So it says, and then you customize this to be you. So mine says, Mary's Christmas Bucks program. My husband, Gary, always tells me I'm a great consumer. One of the reasons he thinks I'm awesome in Mary Kay. I absolutely love it when a store I regularly purchase from sends me gift cards and a special sale. As my new VIP client, you will be receiving my Christmas Bucks with every order you place. $1 for every 10 you spend with me. $1 per $10, 10%. Okay. There are times even that I'll let you earn Christmas bonus bucks. Think July, or think June. Think you need extra hostesses. No, it smells like cash, people. We're giving them cash. So then I tell them how they can shop from me. Please keep these Christmas bucks safe because it's up to you to bring them back to me. So I give them the envelope, and then let's say that she just bought a repair kit from me, right? So that's $2.15, correct? 21, here we go. Ready? Gracie, pretend, put your hand up, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Yes, you have $21. And yes, I do count it to them. So if I am delivering, because now it's real. She has $21 in her hand. Are people just going to lose $21? Most people aren't. So I give them their $21. I say, okay, you can put it in the envelope. You don't have to. I don't care. Put it in your drawer where your makeup is. I don't care. Put it on the side of your refrigerator. I just gave you the bucks. I don't track. Did I give Gracie 21 bucks? My responsibility is when I deliver an order, there's Christmas bucks inside. Your customers will get so well trained that if you mess up and you forget to put the Christmas bucks in there, they will be telling you, hey, Tara, where's my bucks? Gotcha. Okay. What do I do? Like, for instance, I had an easy ship order. Am I going to see that human if she easy shipped it? Nope. I send her a cute little thank you note, because I do send notes anyway to my customers to thank them at the easy ship. And then I put their bucks inside their envelope along with a copy of their receipt and say, thank you. Remember, Christmas bucks get spent during my Christmas holiday open houses. Okay, so far? Cool? Okay. What do I do with my clients that don't live near me? Anybody else like me that you don't have all your clients, that you're not probably going to see them all? I do the same thing. When they shop online, I send them bucks. And then when it gets to be holiday season, they get to do a virtual open house with me. And when they do a virtual open house with me, they also can spend their Christmas bucks with me. Why am I being kind of a little nerd and making them come to an event like my Christmas open house? I'm forcing them to see me annually, and I am forcing them to listen to what I want to talk about. I.e., is it new products? Come on. Last year I was selling the heavens out of the new lip liners, eyeliners. I was all over the clinical solutions. If they're not on retinol, hello. Let's talk, people. Let's talk. Okay, does that make sense?
So I'm curious.
Did I answer people's
questions?
Yes,
I have a question.
Go.
So question.
Yep.
Can you describe how you do a virtual open house? Is that something you're doing separately with each person, or is that something you're doing at one time and they have to hop on for that? And where is that being held?
Zoom. So it's here. This is my Zoom room. So
And is
they
there
have-
one virtual open house that you are
Um,
like, this is the time that you're invited, or how do you do that?
I don't do, okay, so just so that you understand, Gracie, you and I have had these conversations once or twice. My house does not look like Gracie's for Christmas. Let me assure you of that. Let me keep assuring everybody. I actually have a magnet on my refrigerator that says the only domestic quality I have is I live in a house. So do you think it's a comfort point for me to do holiday open houses at my address? No. Okay, so you got to know, everybody's got to do your own way of doing it. No, I do not enjoy cleaning up my house. You can come on, you can sit on my back pool. But no, that whole holiday open house.
I will happily come and sit by your back pool.
You can.
Yeah.
So July, Christmas and July works really well. So I just need you to hear, my holiday open houses don't look like a traditional open house anyway. Because yeah, I ain't doing all of that. Shoot me. So
what do you do?
I go to either vendor events, or I go to some of my local other small brick and mortars and set up a pop-up shop. So now I'm gathering.
And that's considered your open house.
Yeah, I'm gathering names and numbers while I'm doing my open house.
Okay.
And so my virtual ones, I schedule, hey, you want to spend your bucks? This is when I'm doing it. I'm not saying I never make an exception for somebody that can't make it. I'll be honest. She's dropping $1,000 with me. I'm probably going to make some exceptions to help her figure out how to spend her bucks.
So when you have people, this is another curious question, because I think one of the first things I thought is, oh my gosh, I'm going to give out all of these bucks, and then I'm going to put all this effort into a holiday open house, and I'm basically going to do it for free, because she's going to come with her $100 in bucks and she's going to spend $100. And now I'm just going to be out that money because I gave her that 10% back. Now I know that doesn't happen for you, because otherwise you wouldn't be doing it. So can you explain, how does it work out financially?
Financially for me, probably about 10% of my clients will spend exactly in their bucks. But they're also spending 10 to 15 bucks.
Okay.
My customers that are bringing me 175 Christmas bucks, they'll turn around and drop another 200 up with me. Because they're in love with the product.
And it's girl math. Because
it's girl math. This is not,
you can come and you get all this stuff for free. And then, okay, good. Like, I was going to spend $100 and now I'm going to spend another $100 cash.
Because my budget only got hurt for $100.
Because I still got extra. But I can totally see. But I mean, I've had people that I've sent them how much they had over the year. And I mean, because I used to do this and I tracked it like several years ago, and I decided I don't like, not this way, but I used to do holiday give back bucks, and somebody had $10 and she's like, can you just give my $10 to somebody else? Sure, whatever. It doesn't work like that, but she wouldn't even come to spend $10. Like, those are the people. Yeah.
Right.
So that's my other question, Mary.
What
percentage, and I don't know if you know this number or not, but what percentage of clients do you have that just don't redeem their bucks?
40.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go back to that. Just business math, people. Okay, this is an Mary Kay thing. Why does Starbucks sell gift cards?
To bring people in the store.
Sure, but not really.
To get cash.
People are going to buy them and not use them.
Majority of people never use gift cards. I want to believe I think the last statistic I heard on Starbucks, it's something like 60% of people have money sitting out on their cards. 60%.
Wow.
60.
Well, it's
60.
also why they give you a free drink on your birthday. I get a thing every year. I get a free drink on my birthday, which makes me sound really special. And oh, I like Starbucks, but then I never redeem it.
So, no, this is not the only way that got me to Queen's Court. Okay, let's not be on our
Sure,
knees.
sure.
This is one of, but it is a metric that makes me stand out to my customers.
Well, the thing that I heard you say, Mary, that I think was for me the just real shining, blinding, obvious why this would be a great idea to do is that it forces your customers to see you again. And I think for so many of us, we see our customers once at their initial appointment, and then we may never see them again. And then they don't have that relationship where they're going to shop with us. But if they're coming to our holiday open house, they're getting in our space, in our home. It's bonding us to them again. I liked, and the reason I've stopped doing this program was when I went virtual and all my people went out of town. And so I really like the idea that you offer this as a virtual holiday open house as well, that people can shop that way, which I think is great.
And I would have to say, just so that you know, the majority of people that are coming to my holiday open houses, the people who are spending their Christmas bucks, they probably spend definitely less than 50%. I'm thinking probably closer to 25 to 30%. They're actually buying gifts.
Yeah, I noticed that too. They used to, when I would do open houses, people came in, they bought stuff for themselves. They bought skincare, they bought makeup, they bought color, they bought, yeah.
And my biggest thing is, I also want to know what they're on. And this will go into the other part of it is, so there's another part to this, but I want to keep focused on Christmas bucks because I am very good at rabbit trailing and I was about ready to go. So I decided to stop before I ran down the rabbit trail. Is there other questions about Christmas bucks before I rabbit trail to something else?
I have a question. You were saying that you gave extra for doing things.
Yep.
How
bad do I want it?
Okay.
You're the boss, people. How bad do you want it? If I'm like desperate and I need a hostess, I can give her 20, 25 bucks.
And then how much do you have? I mean, I guess for 20, 25 bucks to spend in December, I'm assuming you have a decent amount.
Well,
Jump on that train.
I mean, you can offer these bonus times anytime you want. This is your driving the bus. This is you have created your own cash entity. Because yes, this is going to come out of your profit. But you are basically this, you can also look at this is advertising dollars. Only you're spending it with yourself. What are you willing to do? What are you willing to give this person so that she, hey, for every person you bring into this virtual, I mean, okay, Tara, I know that you're going to a lot of virtual stuff. For every person you have on the screen, I will give you 5 Christmas bucks. And if they purchase, I will give you another 5.
Yeah, because I was thinking one of the things that I would do with my open houses is I would give credit if they would bring friends with them. So I was thinking a great way you could do this is you get $15 additional Christmas bucks for each friend that you bring with you. It's the same as referral credit, right? You're just changing it.
Yep, whatever your math is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or you could even do like, again, if we have like, I'm thinking too, let's say we have a double credit month. Maybe you run that promotion of this month, you get double Christmas bucks because we get double credit, right? And so we want them to spend more so that we can max out our double credit. And so they're getting more bucks. So I think there's a lot that you can do with that. You could certainly do too. Like if you refer someone who joins my team, you get 50 Christmas bucks, So I think that's really great. What had held me up was the virtual piece, but you really answered that by saying, hey, I've just switched to a virtual open house.
Yep.
I think that's fantastic.
I mean, this just gives you the complete flexibility to do with what you want, but it's just one of the ways that I want to make sure my customers know that I have a stand. I'm there married with Mary Kay. They are not going to be looking for Gracie. They're not going to be looking for anybody else because they already know they got married. And Mary's going to throw, so Christmas bucks. They know they're earning 10% back. Does that make me stand out? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because everything, y'all are on the screen and you're telling me you're not doing it. So I'm in the top 25% of the people on the screen. Okay, does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay, so other things that I think most of you guys are gonna do this. I sample the heavens out of my customers that are already with me. And I'm watching, are they my skincare? So if they're only buying a cleanser and most moisturizer, oh, every order, unless they have told me they are dead allergic to it, they are getting sunscreen samples. I'm going to sample them until they figure out that sunscreen is their friend. Okay, does that, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep sending them stuff. If they're not on repair yet and they're over the age of 25, they are probably going to get some samples of repair.
So let me ask you this, Mary, because I'm very good at putting samples in every single order. I'm not as good as then getting the sale from that samples. So can you explain your process of, let's say a customer reorders her eye makeup remover and mascara, and you put in a sample of the repair, or you put in a sample of the moisturizer. Can you explain what you do next? Or
So
do you do anything next?
I'm putting more than just the sample in the bag. I am putting some sort of graphic with it of why they want to use that product.
And where are you getting those graphics? And can you explain that a little bit more or give us some examples?
Yes. Peony Graphics is one of them that I steal a lot because she has a whole Go Give section. My favorite price. So there's a whole bunch. You literally print it on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. You fold it half. Now it's a quarter size. It describes the product and in it goes. Peony Graphics has a whole.
And what are you doing? Because I would probably say 90% of my orders are CDS orders. So how do you do? And so I always include the free samples that you with the CDS orders. Because one thing that you had also said on our previous training, which was interesting to me, is that you add a lookbook in every single order. And I have not been doing that for people who are on preferred customer program because I'm like, oh, well, they're getting their lookbook in their preferred customer program. And you were saying, no, every single order they get a lookbook. So that's something that I need to switch. So if I'm doing a lookbook and a sample, then obviously if it's being CDS, I can't include my graphics. So what do you do in those cases?
One, I may or may not do more than the free samples. I know my price point of which samples cost me the most amount of money and which ones don't. Mm-hmm. So I make them pay for I put the free ones, repair samples, it gets listed under the 2 free. They can pay for that.
Yeah.
When and if they ever have the Hydrogel eye patches, those also go out for free. Okay. Your lookbook costs you 45 cents. Okay. A lookbook costs you 45 cents. So when I look at whatever samples I'm putting in there, if the sample, like a charcoal mask, is not 45 cents. Does that make sense? So if I know I want to send her a repair, a book, and a charcoal mask, I will put the repair and the book as my free sample, and I will spend the extra, I think it's 25 cents to send her a bonus sample. Because in my opinion—
But you're not sending, well, I guess my question is, you're not sending a separate thing or a separate flyer outside of CDS from
but then
the
when I go to send her the letter with her Christmas box, make the note.
The Christmas box. It's the Christmas box.
What did you think of the repair sample? Did you have any questions? What about the charcoal mask? Any questions? And people, to make your life easy, standardize your samplings. Get everybody on something, and then you have one-offs. You're not trying to remember, did I send Tara, which red lipstick did I send her? Unless you're really good with tracking. If you are, well, kudos to you. You asked how I got here. You didn't ask, could you do it that way? Does that make sense? Because when you have a CDS order, the advantage is it's listed on the receipt, what you sent her.
Yeah.
No memory required. Where if you where you drop it in the bag, memory required. Make sense?
My senior would give like the same sample to every month. So say in like July, the sample was microdermabrasion. In August, the product of the month special was microdermabrasion.
And I'm giving 2 to 3 samples.
Great idea.
Minimum. I'm not giving her a single sample. I am not, she is, I want her to feel more like she's walking into Nordstrom's than the Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
I.e., you go to a nice place, doesn't it make you feel good when they give you extra stuff?
So Mary,
Yes.
one of the things that I wanted to ask you is when I was listening to your other video,
Yes.
you really focus on the relationship. Like some of the things that you shared is that when you're doing a customer service phone call, you're really asking a lot of questions about how are your kids, how are your family. So you're talking to people that you're not really calling your customer, you're calling your friend, right? So I'm curious for you, when you first get that client, particularly, it's a little bit different, I think, when somebody's come to your house or you've sat down with them face to face. But for example, a lot of us are getting customers through virtual events. We've never actually met them in person, or it's been through Facebook Messenger and a pop-up party, and we may never have even been on the phone with them. So what advice can you give for those of us who have those types of customers, but we want to develop the relationship? Can you kind of walk us through what that looks like? Like, let's say somebody went to a virtual event you did and they placed an order, but you've never met her, and she hasn't done a face-to-face with you. She lives out of town. What kind of, because you're really, and I'm going to preface this because this was shocking to me, you're not texting. You're actually doing this old school thing called dialing the phone and putting it up to your ear and having a conversation. Like, I didn't even know people did that anymore. So can you, and I'm assuming also you get tons of voicemails, right? So can you just kind of walk us through, like, if I was a fly on the wall, what I would be seeing you do in your office?
Okay. So part of what I want to train on and let you think about is, I am assuming most people have limited time to work their Mary Kay business. And so
that was my
I'm
other
not
thought when
saying,
you said that. I was like, oh my gosh, how much time is she spending on the phone? That was the exact same thought I had when you shared that.
but I'm going to tell you, leaving a voicemail is so much, or at minimum, record a voice text. Because how different, okay, we're going to pick on Meg, because over in the chat, Meg said, hi, everyone. Hello. But I guess when Meg shows her face and says that, communication has just went up 90%. They get the advantage of hearing your voice. Hey, Tara, I am so excited that you got to come to my virtual event. Did you really like that lip gloss that you bought? I look forward to being your Mary with Mary Kay. I know that you can buy your color and everything. So if I'm leaving a message, I know you can buy your skincare color from any place. The advantage is I'm in your corner, girl. I want to be here for you. I want to be there that if you're getting ready for a wedding, getting ready for a funeral, if you're just living life, I want to be your girl. I'm here. I'm your consultant till you don't need me. You don't want me. Look forward to talking to you soon. I share just genuine humor event. Does everybody love me? No, I have no idea, but no, they don't. I'm sad for them. They're probably wrinkling someplace. But I'm offering a friendship. This is, for me, this is one of the places I can use my light of love and share with people. People don't get just happy phone calls. People don't just get happy mail. If they want to buy something, great. If they don't, I'm still in their corner.
And I think that's good for us to hear, because sometimes when you see someone like you, who's so effortlessly, it seems like, doing the court of sales, there's an assumption that, my gosh, every customer in your customer base must just love you, return your phone calls, return your text messages. And then, you know, those of us sit down and we call 25 customers and we don't hear back from any of those customers. And we think, why does everybody hate me? Right. And so I think it's good to hear that you have the same thing.
Well, and I'm not saying I never text. There is times I'm someplace that I cannot leave. I can't talk because it's rude. So literally, yeah, I'll send the text messages, but I'm just going to give you words of wisdom. You're going to get more results. My numbers are when I use my voice in the economy where we're at, somewhere between 1 and 8 and 1 and 15 will buy something. Okay, in the economy that we're at. If I'm texting, it's 1 in 30.
Wow.
Do you not get a whole bunch of text messages that you kind of want to respond to, but you're busy and then life happens?
So can you give us an idea of how much time because I know one of the things that you shared, and I'll quickly share this for anybody who didn't see your first recording, is that you print out your customer list and you're really following up with your customers on a regular basis. You know, guys, we know the 2 + 2 + 2. You want to be really calling every other month, and you kind of print out to see who's ordered in the last 3 months and who do you need to follow up with. So when you look at your schedule, are you looking at, I need to call X amount of customers every day? Or are you looking at, I have to have so much time that I'm doing customer phone calls every day? Because again, we talked about people don't have a lot of time, and obviously a phone call takes more time than a text message. This is why most of us default to a text message. So how much time per week, and I get you're a sales director, are you investing in customer service phone calls?
What if I want my business to move? How about if I just answer it that way? And it has fallen true every time. When I want my business to move, when I wanted to move from A to I wanted to be a red jacket, that I wanted to do, now, thank you for the compliments, but I haven't been falling over this. My entire 15 years, I have not been finishing early. Okay.
But many times you have.
Yeah. Yes, there's times I've been done by December, but I'm saying that wasn't my first year.
No, I get that. But you've gotten to a point where you earned the right to be able to finish early.
Yeah, because so we're going to talk, there's another part of this that I think we got to put in perspective too. One is the number of customers I have. I don't have just 20 customers, people. Just for the record, I have about, when I do lookbooks, they're usually about 300 I send out. Now, are they all ordering? No. Some of them are being layered, but some of my follow-up phone calls are, so I'm doing phone calls on both sides. Hey, Tara, I know it's been a little while since you've ordered a Mary Kay product. When I met you at the Sip and Shop, do you still want to get printed books from me? I'm not offended, but just heads up, the mail isn't gonna forward them. So if you are not getting them or you don't want them, just let me know. I'm not offended. So I'm helping them here also. Let's stop killing trees. Mail, FYI, US Post Office will not forward your books. Exclamation point. They move, even if they have in a forwarding address, your book will not go.
Yeah.
Okay, so just so you know that. The other part is, yeah, I learned the hard way on that one. So the other thing when I'm making phone calls, I'm looking at my database. Do I know their birth date? Do I know the month and day of their birth date? Because that's something else I do for my customers. I send out birthday greetings and they get a discount the month of their birthday. And if they have a wedding anniversary, they get it then. And if they don't have a wedding anniversary, I pull it to when I did their profile card. So then they have an anniversary of being me with me.
Oh, so, I think that's cute. I love that.
Because not everybody has a wedding anniversary. So I try to, so basically I try to have at least 2 times a year that they're earning a discount from me because they were born. And as long as they tell me, I'm trying to come up with another date. Making sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you give them for their anniversary discount?
15%. But if they hold a party, they get more. You hold an event that you bring somebody, I mean, what do I want? I want to meet new people. And I mean, part of that is I'm a director. I have a little bit more wiggle room than a consultant because I'm also in my unit. You know,
I don't think a lot of consultants realize that.
I get commission on this girl too every year.
Yeah, this is one of the things that I think we don't talk about enough for people moving up because, you know, and I've been saying this more and more. I think years ago, it was this idea that you became a sales director because you wanted to leave your job. You wanted to just do Mary Kay. And the last few times I've gone to leadership and the last few times I've gone to seminar, I'm seeing less and less of that. I see more and more people who, if you look at other direct sales companies, it's just a step on the career path. Now, if you want to replace your income and you want to leave another job, directorship is how you can do that. But you can also just get to that level and bring in a huge second stream of income into your family, right? Like lots of people work 2 jobs, right? Let's be clear. And what most consultants don't realize, and I'll say this because in case somebody in my unit is watching, you've heard me say this, you get paid 23% on your own order. So think about this. Mary is doing, let's say she's just doing national court of sales and she's just doing $40,000. That's $20,000 wholesale that she's getting 23% commission on. Like, this is why a lot of people say, I don't want to move up. Don't move up. You don't understand how much money you're leaving on the table where you could be doing the same work and getting paid so much more.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So now let's do some, okay. So how do I get some, okay. So there's 2 ways of looking at your customers. I call it deep and wide. I have a wide 300 customer base. I have lots of different people, but my goal is that my customers that are on 10 or more products are never, ever going anywhere.
So 10 is your goal, 10 products.
10 is my goal.
I love that. That's so simple.
10 different products, preferably
I love that.
Not 10 different color eyeshadows. My goal is skincare. We are a skincare company that also sells color makeup. And I say that all the time. We are a skincare company that also sells color makeup. Why? As a new consultant, remember, started with nothing. Remember that part? Farm girl did a lot of this. How many people have you met that have skin? How many people have you met that brag they don't wear makeup or don't want to? Mm-hmm. I don't want them bragging that they're not using my business. Make sense? I'm in the skincare business. I'm going to teach you to wash your face every day, twice a day. Twice a day, they're touching products I represent. Twice a day, my sticky label is on a product they pick up. I'm there, Mary, with Mary Kay. Yes, get the silly little labels, get the ones from corporate because they actually stay on the product and put them on your products. Or hire the little kid next door that they put the, I'm sorry, stickers can be done by 6-year-olds. You do not need a high school person. They do not need to be straight. You will not die if they are not straight. Have somebody put it on. You do not need to be wasting your time. You ask me how much time I'm doing. I do not put stickers on my own products. Somebody else does that for me. It's my anal retentive husband because he says he likes some straighten. I said, knocks your sock off. You can put my, go for it. Okay. So we're talking about, I major in the majors. I sell a lot of skincare. Skincare is my jam. Skincare is what I'm doing. I teach the Dirty 7. Why should everybody in the universe be on time-wise repair? I teach it. I don't know if you want that on this training or you want a different training. That's a whole another thing. Because one, what are we doing? I don't know about you. I have a definite before and after picture of how Mary Kay has changed my skin. I did not start skincare until I was in my 40s. So you do the math. That means I'm no longer 40. That makes sense to everybody? So, okay, so 10 products meant I'm trying to get all my customers on at least 10. Yeah, I have a couple ladies. I mean, I joke, there's 4 of them, I joke, earn my diamond ring from me every year because they buy that much product from me. The one lady last year, I want to say that she spent $3,500 with me. I have asked her more than once if she wants the discount. She goes, no, I like you being my consultant. I said, I like it. Score. Does she get extra free things in her bag? Yes. Is she by an outlier? Yes. If you're going to drop that kind of money with me, I'm sure. If that makes sense. She's one when she has never not doubled the Christmas bucks she's brought back to me. And she's always finding something new. So, I mean, like, it wasn't that long ago, we got her on Clinical Solutions. We got her on the retinol, and now we have her on the boosters, and she thinks vitamin C plus E is awesome. Of course, she's on Repair. And then she went to Target Action Toning Body Lotion. And I mean, she's doing this with very little makeup. Very little makeup. And no perfumes. I'm majoring in products that are going to bring us money. Okay, is that helpful to people? Did I give you enough ideas of how to get where we're getting to? Other questions? Consultants, I mean, I know that some of you guys say you're going to share these with other people. One thing I love about Mary Kay as a company, most of these are not my own creative ideas. These are things that I have learned from other people. And I have zero problem sharing them because you know what? They work. And like, I'll go back to what I said. It is a very hilarious first world problem in the morning to decide which and how many diamond rings you're going to pick up. Today is a 3-ring day.
Do you always get the ring?
I do. That's also a math thing. Because your value of your ring is always above $500.
Yeah, I've always gotten the ring too. A friend of mine said she took the cash one year and she's like, I spent it in that afternoon. She's like,
Yeah.
it was so
So-
boring.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like-
so here's my first world problem. I'm honestly thinking of taking all my large stone diamonds because can you tell, do I wear large stones? Is it kind of obvious I'm not a large stone person? I'm just not because, well, I'm kind of mean with my hands. So I'm honestly thinking I'm going to take all my large stones and put them into a bracelet or into a watch band to wear with my watch because I wear my watch all the time. How fun would that be?
A friend of mine's mom, that's like a big deal director, $1 million sales director, took all of her rings to the Bach Jewelers in Nashville that she wasn't wearing, and like they did so. I don't think she traded it. That's not the right word, but
No, she created a piece.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, either that or I have kids, so I'm thinking I might just create 3 special ones that they can then become legacies that they can share out to whoever they want. But I don't know. But no, mathematically, I'm sorry. Same reason I collect the diamond Ds. It's like, yes, I know. There's some on my jacket. I have to come up with a new pattern. Wham, wham. It's such a first world problem. Okay. How about if we stop the recording?
I love all these tips. I just want to, before you stop, just thank you so much for being so go-give and taking your time out to share all of this with us. Because some of it is simple, but we're not doing it. And I think that's what I keep getting from you. It's not so much, oh, this is a new idea. It's that, wow, these are all things we know, but we're not doing. And how just doing them gives such massive results. Like how much money am I leaving on the table simply by not doing some of these simple things? So I appreciate you so much, Mary.
Yes. Let me go back. Yeah, I think I said it, but I will say it again. 10 phone calls a day will make a huge difference. 10 phone calls.
That's what I was wanting. Yeah. How many do?
You asked me how much there's my commitment. 10 phone calls.
The big thing for me, which it to me was like that's so simple, is just getting each customer focused on 10 products. That to me is just such a simple track that if that's all I did would be amazing, amazing. Like that is just, I love that idea. So that was great.
Thank you. Okay, so let's stop the recording.
Yeah.